it.
All right.
We'll just wing it. Fuck it.
Fuck it. All right. So this is the pre-Genesis, the 0 to the first episode of From East to West, right? Right, guys?
Uh-huh.
Hell yeah.
My name is Mark, and I'm your co-host. And introduce yourself, guys.
I'm Tristan. I'm your co-host.
Inmate number 9165, also known as AJ.
The dog. Isn't that your AKA?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So this is a bit awkward. I don't know if Tton's frozen or it's just not moving. I can't tell.
I was trying to keep it serious. I couldn't do it.
I can't tell. I was like,
I was
he's
trying to
not
hold
talking.
still as much as possible.
He's
trying to hold
frozen.
still as much as possible.
I
I
was
should just be like, yeah, so like,
you just stop.
We should do it right now. Nobody move.
Alright, you know we're gonna lose to Gwen. She's actually frozen. Alright, so we have a special guest. It's Gwen,
No, not this time.
aka
Not this time.
Make It Nasty.
you on your phone?
Yeah. Is that your phone? Alright, so
Yeah.
let's talk about why we're starting a podcast. Let's talk about that. Tton, why do you want to start a podcast?
Because they're cool.
You're cool. Does podcast get you girls or what is it? What's so cool about doing a podcast? Huh?
Gives you a chance to talk about shit.
So it's a conversation.
I think
Yeah.
What about you, AJ? Why do you
Because-
want to start a podcast?
I like talking and hearing other people's opinions on different situations and how, just entertaining and talking to people. That's my biggest thing. I like to learn from other people and hear about their experiences and like their opinions on different types of situations that have occurred, especially like their take on current events.
What about you, Gwen?
And
Oh, okay,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
yeah. You still have more to say? You want to say some more, AJ?
No, I'm good.
What about you, Gwen? Why do you want to start a podcast?
I think individually, each person has a ton of different information. You know, what better way to open someone else's mind to your perspective and the way that you see things or things that you know that they don't.
Oh man, we were doing serious answers.
We're getting pretty deep here. We're getting pretty deep.
Wait, that was my joke answer.
We went from
Oh,
Tton
serious
saying it's
answers,
just
'cause I
fun
wanna
and
see
cool
Alright,
to Gwen
Rewind
saying
that.
like, "Yo, we're about to pick some brains out." She about to pick your brains, yo.
my freak.
Oh, we're kidding.
So is this our official thumbnail?
Just kidding.
What is that, man? I'm not very good with hand signs. I can only do this.
Yeah. Here you go. 7.
757.
Wait. 7, 5,
Um,
and then 777.
All right, since we're talking about 757, let's talk about why this is called from east to west.
757.
Let's talk about why it's called from east to west.
Because I'm the only one on the West Coast.
I know Tton came up with this, and we're just gonna do random poses. Yo, can we play Ninja here?
No, because I'll probably slap my computer.
Well, I'm uploading
Am I the
our
only one?
our very first one.
Okay.
So we're about to see. So right now we're at 6 minutes.
Pedal.
Like.
So what do you guys want to talk about in this podcast, though? What kind of conversations? Like, how deep do you guys want to go? What kind of current events are we doing?
Ooh.
That's what she said, dude.
How fast do you want to go with this?
Oh, that's what I said.
How hard hitting topics? How many hard hitting topics are we gonna do?
Oh.
Are we gonna be talking about nasty stuff?
Nah, no.
Are we gonna be rough about these topics, man? Right,
okay, everyone, look up a random article, and we'll talk about each one.
So,
okay.
What do you guys think about ISIS?
Okay, let's not go there.
Let's not get the government CIA involved. Okay, let's not get there. Let's not take it there.
All right, here I have a thing. Have you guys seen Eddie Wong? Do you guys know who
No.
Eddie Wong is? Do you guys watch Vice videos? Those Vice shows?
Sometimes.
You know the fat Asian dude?
I don't really know.
Oh, have you guys seen Fresh Off the Boat?
I haven't had a chance to.
Nah.
That kid. That's that guy's autobiography.
Which kid? There's like 3 kids.
Eddie, the big guy, the main dude.
Eddie Gordo?
Not Eddie Gordo.
I see what you did there.
Oh.
I see what you did there.
Eddie Murphy?
Have you guys seen the trailer for Snowden?
Snowden? No, I haven't seen it. Is that the one with Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys are frozen or confused sometimes.
Both.
Are you on 4G, Gwen?
What?
Are you on 4G?
My what?
Are you using 4G? Your data?
Yeah.
That's how we do it, folks.
Unlimited.
Ooh, kill.
Data.
Alright, since you're late, Gwen, you start the topic. What do you want to talk about?
Since I don't know. No idea. There are a ton of different things. Let's see.
Super wet over there. It'll be here as quick as possible. Someone is.
I'm gonna start, saving topics.
What?
Did y'all freeze? Well, I froze too. I think y'all froze.
Let me see. Who do we think people's influences should be?
Should be and or are.
So who should be your influences?
I feel like, in my opinion, it should be somebody who's older than you, who's got experience, and somebody who makes a positive impact in your life that will make you a better person than you were the day before or a year ago, whatever. I feel like that's who should people's influences should be.
I don't think you need to be older.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there are younger people that are a lot wiser and more mature, and at their age they can really like some of them start early at an early age doing big things and just doing their thing, and sometimes that can, for someone that's older, it can inspire them because it's like, man, like at that age I wasn't even thinking about doing this or that. This person's already only like 22 and they're like doing big things. At 22 I was like partying still and I was still studying, and it's just like you kind of look up to them because you're just like, it's kind of weird, you're looking up to them even though they're younger, but you kind of look at them like, man, like maybe I need to change in a sense. It's like I've kind of wasted my years, but yet this person I know is way younger than me and they're doing big things. So it's like, man, like those years are behind me, but it's never too late to,
See, I feel that when I'm watching like YouTube
I like
videos.
that. I like what you said.
Like when I look at some other YouTube channels and then you see younger people that is like doing great things with YouTube, that makes me feel like motivated to do it. Cause I'm like I'm one of the first people that signed up on YouTube, like 2005, and I was like I didn't do anything with it, but here's this kid like 22 that has like 5 million viewers, like 5 million subscribers, and gets paid on YouTube. Millions. Like I just saw a kid that was 19 years old. All he did was like trick shots on Call of Duty. He just bought an R8 the other day. An Audi R8. I'm like,
Yeah.
like you don't have to be so super intelligent. It's like, if you kind of relate to someone's like creativity or work ethic, that kind of inspires you.
Well, like on that, like social media is obviously popular now, and that obviously affects who people admire or look up to, and how they see them as, and how they influence themselves. Like, for instance, with YouTube, Anthony watches Dan TDM videos all the time. He obviously every day Dan TDM. So he kind of like pulls off of that randomly. Yeah, hey, you can watch and find somebody who's not saying bad words and stuff like that. Now, based on his addiction to it right now, he's probably going to, things that he's doing, like start a YouTube channel or something like that. Like, in society today, how do you guys think that, how and who these people look up to are influenced? Like, where they find their inspiration from? Like, how do you think that develops in society today? I know, we're not older, but society is definitely a lot different for 14-year-olds now than when we were 14.
Yeah.
Millennials, man.
Freaking millennials.
So
Taking over the world.
Making a podcast.
I mean, I think you definitely have to look up to someone that's wiser. That would kind of motivate you to do something better. If it's something that you go, because I think as a society, I think we have a responsibility to, like, when we're online, we're doing all this kind of stuff. Like you have a responsibility to spread something that is good.
Well, I also think that we want stuff to be put online that's good, that will influence people, that will, persuade people in a good way to do good things.
Yeah.
But there's still going to be the bad side of it, and there's still going to be stuff that's bad for you, that's online, but it still inspired someone else. I mean, it may not be a good inspiration because that person may use that inspiration and do not so great things, but I feel like anything you put online or on like social media or anything like that, it's going to be used as a catalyst in a sense, because they're going to be like, oh well, this person does it, so I feel like now it's socially acceptable for me to do it, or they're saying it, so I feel like I can say it now, or I've always wanted to say that, I've always wanted to do that, but I was so scared, and now that I see someone doing it or saying it, I feel the courage to say or do it now, whether it be a good thing or a bad thing. It's all about influence too. So,
You guys remember that girl that said that social media is fake?
is that the chick that she was like an Instagram
Yeah,
model, and then she
I mean,
deleted all her photos?
yeah. Like she was getting paid to do advertising on her channel, on her Instagram account.
Yeah.
And she said it was fake because like she had to do retakes of every picture, and she was just showing off the good things. Do you think that's a bad thing or a good thing? Like you're showing off only the good side of stuff.
It's funny because go ahead.
I was gonna say, in my opinion, I wouldn't consider it a good thing or a bad thing because social media is just you expressing what you want to in your life. Like, I'm not gonna post on Spank an Angel just because he did something wrong. Like, so there to share good times. You don't know they're the drama queens that'll post stuff on Facebook and whatnot, but they're that make social media fake. And at completely different people you do on social media. Like if you're a bull on social media or networking, and then in person you're completely different. You're like a hermit. You're a shell. You're just holding all that shit in. Then yeah, I think that would be considered quote unquote bad. But I wouldn't say media is like not fake or not real. I think it just depends on how.
But now that you say that, it's like I remember back when I started this. It's like, I just moved here. When I started making videos, I just moved here, and I was like, I'm not very good at English then, so my way of expressing myself was through video. Like if you meet me outside of like making videos and stuff, I wouldn't even talk to you. But I was more comfortable like making videos, like being myself in front of a camera or stuff like that. So I don't think necessarily like what you share up there is like fake. Like you're being a fake. What if someone is just like more comfortable sharing themselves in a different platform, a different way?
It's funny that you brought up that girl because I was actually watching a SourceFed podcast. They were talking about the same thing, and they were talking about how one of the chicks on that podcast was saying that she commends the girl, saying like, oh, it's she came out, she stood for what was right, she realized this is not me, this is not the real me. I'm gonna come out and speak the truth and tell everyone how it is. You don't have to do this or look like this to gain popularity or gain any love from anyone. But another chick was saying that she didn't mind that she came out and said all that stuff. She just did it. She feels like she did it the wrong way. Like if you really didn't care about that, you really like wanted to tell the truth, you don't have to openly advertise it, or I forgot what she said, but she was saying that all you could have done was, just stop your Instagram, just don't post anymore, and I guess she said she was starting like a charity or something. But they were thinking like the reason why she might have started the charity is because now that she's coming out with the truth and she might be losing people sponsoring her. She's trying to use the charity as like our way of like, oh, I'm not getting money anymore. Can you donate to me so I can, provide for myself?
It's a case of like bad publicity is still publicity. Like,
yeah, I feel like if you want to speak out about the truth about stuff, I don't think you have to blast it all over the place.
I think she could have gone like the positive way of it too.
Yeah.
Instead of like calling social media fake, it's like, social media is something that you define yourself. Because social media is not fake. It's like it's how it's what you define it. It's like what you put out. I don't think it's necessarily fake.
I mean, really anything that anybody posts or says, whether it's online or nobody's for any of this. Like, hey, I'm pissed off at so and so, or oh my gosh, I had a great day.
Yeah.
And you know how like when people is like, oh, you're different online. What do you think about that? It's like you speak different. Like for me, I'm more comfortable like talking online. Sometimes. Like if I was like talking to a girl or something, I can spit better game online. It's just like some other side of you comes out. You know what I'm saying? Like that distance or like that technology lets you bring out some other things, like some other personalities of you.
I don't know. I personally would prefer like meeting with a person like in real life and getting to know them and talking to them. It's hard to like. I hate how there's a misinterpretation of what like someone could type or say something and it gets misinterpreted and
That's true.
People take it one way when it's not that way. And I would also like meeting new experiences and meeting people in real life as opposed to like just being like, hey, let's be friends online and stuff like that.
But the thing is, like, we've met a lot of people online, Tton. Like our Tumblr friends, we made a lot of good friends online too. What do you think about? Huh?
Well, I mean that's cool. That's cool if you actually meet them and talk to them. That's cool. But a lot of generation of kids, they're so into technology that like they don't even know how to talk to people in like real life. Like it's like people would rather be like on a computer typing, like not even looking at a person. People would rather just type instead of like looking a person in their face and talking to them about certain stuff.
Yeah, I think that's true when you
I
go
think
out.
that kind
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, I think that kind of stems from social media itself. Everybody judging you, so social media and society has these standards and they're afraid of being awkward. They're afraid of being social media or society wants them to be. So when they're in a person-to-person situation, again, they want to avoid the awkwardness. So they just don't talk, or they, again, they want to fit that societal standard, but they don't know and they don't want to take the risk of being deemed awkward or, weird.
So as we grow up, like we're about to be like parents. Like I think we're in that age where you're a parent.
Once you have a kid, like I told myself, Angel's not going to have any electronics until he's, in high school or something like that. Here he is right now. Watch those and that's I've been fucking letting him do that shit for forever. Now, it's kind of like you have to make those sacrifices. Like, those games like Fable, where you have to make a decision that affects everything else. Like literally, those decisions are made on a daily basis. It may even be the same dilemma that you have every single day that you have to decide between one or the other when you have a kid. But like before I was saying, he's not going to do this, he's not going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make sure he does this. He's a person. He has a personality. Personality is going to be based on those beginning stages. And even, you're not going to be with every single waking minute of his day. So he has other influences, again, attributing and contributing to his personality. So things change on a daily basis. So like one day he'll listen to everything I say, and then the next day he won't.
Interesting. I never took that into the perspective that.
So you think that, as a parent, you should,
I'm gonna grab some real quick.
you're open to like, your kid being, online, being social media, as long as like you kind of cater, like you kind of like, what do you call that? You show them like which ones would do like, good for them. Like maybe like a game that would do like make them be better at making decisions and being more creative and stuff like that. To open them to the kind of things.
Honestly, not only are, games like Minecraft where they build their own world and be creative and stuff like that, but other games that don't necessarily show everything, like social media does, something that's relatable to real life. I may let him watch me play that game and explain to him while I'm playing, hey, this is the situation, I'm playing this game. This could happen in real life. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not afraid to let him, witness online all these kind of things is because I've been through it all. I've been through the cyberbullying, like when I was growing up, Xbox Live. I was always on Xbox Live. I kind of, coming from there and somewhat knowing what to expect, I'd rather have him experience it than to shake from it. And when he finally does experience it, it affects him in a harder, deeper way that'll be harder for him to recover from, kind of thing. Does that make sense?
So you're more of like that riding a bicycle type thing. It's like you're gonna let your kid fall, but you're there to support them. It's like you let them experience the pain, but you're there to like kind of amend, like heal them afterwards. Like help them like understand what's going on.
So you want to emotionally scar him?
What'd you say?
I said, so you want to emotionally scar him?
It's like you want him to experience those bad stuff and then kind of like, make the decision there. Like, this is what happens to you.
I think it's better, like you said, like having options for them to kind of experience is better than forcing something on someone. Because you're like, hey, this is how to do this. You should watch me do this. Instead of saying, hey, this is how you do it. Do it like this. Mm-hmm. You want to keep them engaged, but you want them kind of draw them in. Kind of let them like look over your shoulder, like, okay, this looks cool. Let me learn further. Let me follow what they're doing, rather than saying, hey, I'm going to teach you this. You better learn this. If you don't, you're gonna have a terrible life. You don't want to force things on people. You want to present people with options, and you want to run through those options or explain those options and have them choose, or like you said, Minecraft, to really tap into someone's creative juices. You don't want to be like, hey, go in this game and make sure you build a house. Because you're going to be a carpenter when you grow up. Or, something like that. You want to be like, hey, you should play this game, you know. And I think an example for me is my brother. He always grew up building stuff, whether with Legos or anything like that. And it started off with shoes. He used to take all our shoes in the house, and he used to like build stuff with it. So he'd build like a house with it, or he'd build like a railroad track or anything like that. And then he got the Mega Blocks. He started using those, and then he started using Legos. And then it got to the point where like we didn't teach him how to do anything. He kind of just came up with it and started building stuff, and then it turned into building replica guns. And then he started playing with a lot of Nerf guns. But
yeah, your brother built some shit with some Nerf guns though.
Yeah, like he made like custom mods and shit. But that's why my mom was saying like he is definitely made to be like an engineer or an architect, because he knows how to look at something and be like, okay, I know what to do with this. Or he has an idea in his head and he's like, all right, if I do this and this, I'll make this separately. And then as soon as he makes those two things, it's like, oh wait, they go together and make something better. You know, there's always gear in his head, always like, oh, I gotta work on this. This looks cool. I can do this. I can customize this. And now, like, my brother's like all about trying to fix up his car now. So he's gonna try to learn all that stuff. But he's
that was my car. That was my car.
No, not that car anymore.
Oh, he doesn't have it anymore?
No, he drives a Civic Si.
Oh shit, though.
Wait, the same as
What do you
mine?
do with my car?
Huh?
He has the same one as mine?
No. It's the older one.
Oh, okay.
That bluish color one.
I think the biggest question here is like, why is this dude eating chicken while we're doing a podcast?
Bro, I'm eating salt and pepper pork chop right now.
Like he's straight like.
But I'm saying like this dude is literally like he has chicken right in front of the camera.
I know, right? I've been eating my food subtly.
Oh, my bad. We can't do that.
And I was eating my sushi.
That's mine. That's my fault. My
But
bad.
none of you noticed that I was eating because it's right here in the corner.
Yeah.
My bad.
Obviously, very.
No, I just like
But this
how
guy's like-
he stepped out and then he
Yeah,
came
so,
back
like, you
eating
know,
chicken all over the camera.
Oh, this is how I feel about this, guys. You know, this is how, you know.
But I think
Yeah,
I feel
that's my
like
fault.
you know, I mean, like kids, we shouldn't shelter kids, like you know. But you can kind of suggest like different things, like if you want to give them Legos or anything like that, and see what they want to do with it, or give them a game and then see what they want to do with it, and then you know let them explore those kind of things.
True, but
I think you want to guide them.
Yeah,
Don't direct them.
guide them from an outside perspective. Like you can give them tools and be like, hey, you know, do something with this. Let's just watch them do something with it.
Outlook that I've had pretty well so far. Like again, you know, he skipped crawling and started walking at 9 months. At 12 months, you know, I gave him the option, hey, do you still want a pacifier or not? You know, he was biting home. And I was like, I'll buy you another one if you want one. You know, as soon as he hit a mark, he was like, no, I don't want it anymore. By the time he was 2, he was potty trained because I gave him the option to use a regular toilet, a plastic toilet, pull-ups, diapers. Like, I gave him those options. Initially, he was afraid of it because he didn't know what it was or how convenient it was. Like, no, I don't want to go there. I'm scared of it. Then one day it just clicked, you know? I gave him those options, like, whenever you're ready. And he took the initiative and, you know, did it himself.
I agree. I make those same decisions every day.
You just
like from crawling to walking, and then to potty training yourself.
Yeah,
so
like real
you learn
shit.
how do I want to go to the bathroom today?
like-
Do I want to
no,
crawl?
When I wake
Should I
up,
wear my Huggies today?
no, like when I gotta go to the gym early in the morning, I'm like, fuck. I don't really want to go, but I have to. So instead of getting up and getting out of bed, I just like roll over on the wall or hit the floor, and I'm like crawl, and I'm like fuck. And then like I'll be like, man,
Bruh. Keep crawling.
Hey,
I
I'm
just
gonna
went
try
straight-
that one day and be just like roll out of
Yeah.
my bed and just drop on the floor and be like, yeah, go exercise.
I gotta do something.
Hey.
Like,
Doesn't always work because I used to do that and I just go back to sleep on the floor.
I think
But-
that I'm like that sometimes. Like I would wake up and then look at the treadmill and be like, I just want to go to sleep again.
Yeah.
but
Dude,
Is your video frozen, Mark?
Is my video frozen?
I feel like yours has been frozen for the past like
yeah,
it-
it's
at least
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes.
on my screen.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
you haven't moved.
Like for me, like working out, I started going to the gym because of this dude. Like,
What about now?
hey, I can see you now.
All
Like
right,
I could roll over, I could think about talking about going somewhere, but I never really had motivation until he started running around. I'm like, oh shit, fuck, I'm gonna have to keep up with this dude. So that's kind of like that's why I weight train 4 to 6 days a week so I can keep up with him and be able to lift him up and spin him around in circles.
So you use him as like a
Yeah.
toy.
As a toy.
I don't have the gym. I could just put him on my shoulders, bam, squats,
Hey,
weighted
You
squats.
Grab him by the shirt and bicep curl him.
hell
some
yeah.
some dad did that actually. There's a video on Facebook, being shared right now. It's like this guy like invented something so he could play
Oh,
with his kids.
Works out with his kids.
Yeah.
There's other videos like that where there's a mom and she's working out in her living room. She has like 3 kids and she uses her kids as like some of her workout tools or whatever. So like there will be instances where like she'll squat, like she'll do like a fucking lunge, and then they'll go through her legs, and then she'll jump again, do another lunge, and then another one will go through her legs, and then she'll like carry one over, bring him over, that kind of stuff.
No excuses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be cool.
Angel, he'll lay on his back, and then I'll pick him up like this, and then I'll literally just lift him up and down until he's like, "Hey, mommy, I'm done."
My question is,
Yeah.
like, can you use a 1-year-old as a medicine ball?
Yeah,
What?
you just like this.
Fuck. Ugh. Ugh.
Do one of those things.
Dude, I wouldn't recommend that at all.
Yeah, that's called child abuse.
Yeah, you don't want to put that on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, I just woke up one day and I didn't want to be fat. And I was like, I go work out.
I think with stuff like that, it's really just like the first few days. Like, how do you get over that first few days? Because once you get rolling, you're kind of like on that autopilot
It-
mode.
You
It's
just
not.
gotta motivate yourself.
Yeah.
It's not the first.
It's not even like motivated. It's like you discipline yourself to do certain things. Like, okay, I want to do this. I want to, get this goal. This is how you do it. So I'm disciplined to do it now. I'm not motivated. I'm disciplined.
Well, let me tell you something. I've been working out with my trainer for, I think, a couple weeks now, and I've been like discouraged until recently because I was like, man, I'm still fat. I feel like I'm not losing weight, whatever. And when I first started working out, I was like 255, and then when she weighed me the other day, I was at like 231. I was like, damn, I lost a lot of weight, but I'm still fat. Like I look at myself. I don't know if it's just my perception of when I look at myself in the mirror. But like a lot of people tell me, like, yeah, you don't start to see like your progress until like a couple months into your workout. But I get discouraged. Like I was talking to my trainer, I was like, why do I still feel and look fat? Like I know I lost a lot of weight, but like I still feel fat.
You're
Yeah.
always going to be your biggest critic, and with working out and fitness and everything, people get into it and they expect results right away, and that's a bad thing because it discourages a lot of people because some people will go an entire week working out every day, and when they don't see results, they're like, well, I'm doing this, I'm wasting my time, I'm not even going to do this anymore. But it takes time. You really, even if you don't notice a difference, but there is a difference, that's progress. And for me, that's the reason why I started working out so much, because like I didn't know what I was doing. And then one of the guys I used to work with, he was a mixed martial artist, and I started training with him, and he really got me into it. And I started, because I never knew how to do anything, no form. I just went into the gym, I lifted weights, and I was like, like this feels weird, but I don't know what I'm doing, but it feels good. And then he gave me some direction, and then like I had never done any kind of leg workouts, no squats, no deadlifts, none of that until I met him. And then now, like, I love leg day. I love it. Like, that's like one of my favorite like things to do is work on legs. And he taught me compound workouts. You target a lot of muscle groups doing one exercise. And that's besides the point. But for me, it was like I started to notice results, and I started to feel better and more energized.
Yeah.
And I felt good, and I started looking good, and I was just like, man, why didn't I do this 10 years ago? Like, why am I, why is it this now that I'm like really getting into it? And it's just like right now, like I'd say I actually gained a lot of weight lately. We're supposed to be running our physical fitness tests for the Navy in a few weeks, and I had to weigh in today. And I weighed in, and apparently I'm over my weight, which is weird. It's never happened to me. I've never been overweight. Like at my height, I'm only supposed to be 160, but I'm 165. My 160 is supposed to be my max weight.
Good weight or bad weight though?
This is the weight that I have right now.
Yeah, like you put on good weight or bad?
I've been trying to gain weight. I've been trying to gain mass. I've been like eating a lot, upping my calories, and yeah, like just like at least maybe like a month or like maybe a month or two or so ago, I was 155, 156, I think 154, 155, and I was like, man, like how do people gain weight so much? Like I'm trying to gain weight. I'm trying to, like, my target goal was 165. I'm like at 164.8 right now, but like right now I feel kind of fat, but I know that comes with, gaining mass and everything, because I know like I'm gonna cut eventually. For me, it was like setting a goal, reaching that goal, and then knowing that you can get there is why I'm doing it, because like I'm like it's such a challenge, but it feels so good when after you're done. You're just like it was tiring doing it, but you get a lot of benefits from it. Like I said, you get energy, you look good, you feel good, and it's a challenge. And if you're not doing anything challenging, like you're just kind of just going through the motions, you're like doing normal things, average things. You don't want to just go through an average life. You want to go out there and do things that will challenge you mentally, physically, emotionally, because you know that I can get through anything. And I feel like that's what everyone's mentality should be. I can get through anything. And just try it. And if you don't try it, you'll never know, like, oh man, like, I wonder if I'd be able to skydive. I wonder if I'd be able to run a marathon, And you're always gonna be stuck with what if.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather try and fail than to wonder what would happen if, what if. So.
My favorite quote has been from Tton. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to remember what it was. I've always say, yeah, failed opportunities is better than missed. Wait, hold on. I have it on my
failed.
Facebook.
I don't remember.
I have it on my Facebook. Hold on.
It was like failed something. Failed attempts are better than missed opportunities.
Yeah, that one. It's like I always was like, just go for it. If you fail, at least you experience it, and you know how it feels, and at least it's a story. It's an adventure.
For
You
me,
know?
I would rather wonder what now than to wonder what if.
Yeah.
Well,
When that moment passes.
At least if you go through something and you fail, or either if you succeed or you fail, as long as you tried it, and then you can wonder what now, where do I go from here? But if you don't do it, and you don't succeed or you don't fail, and you don't know what that feels like, you're always going to wonder what if, and you're never going to try to do something. You're going to be like, oh, man, like what if I did this? What if I did that? Now I'm too scared to do this. Now I'm too scared to do that. So
Yeah. My dad, like ever since I was, the one thing that he's always told me is the worst that anyone can say is no. Like promotion, or trying to get the bench because you're waiting for somebody to sit on it, like at the gym. The worst that they can say is no. And if they say no, what do? You can ask again or go somewhere else and attempt it in a different way. And I know, especially like when it comes to the gym and working out in and of itself, I think one of the biggest hurdles for a lot of people is everybody is different, and everybody's trying to do this one, hey, let's take this detox tea, or hey, let's try this one workout. Everybody that tries and does the same workout, they're all going to have different results. Like, one's taller, one's shorter, one has a faster metabolism. It's all based on genetics, and people don't see that because of the side effects. Again, they're famous, some cool person doing this workout. I'm going to do it, and hopefully I'll get results as fast as them. So it's kind of disappointing.
yeah. I definitely hate going to the gym and then seeing people that stare at me or like look at me while I'm working out.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they're looking at me like, oh man, this guy's like a little bit more than this guy. Like, oh, look at this guy, he doesn't know what he's doing. Like, and I watch what they're doing, and they're just like fucking throwing weights everywhere and doing some weird shit. And like, for me, like, I don't try to do something that I can't.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to injure myself. I'm really worried about my form because I don't want to fuck up and then fuck myself up in the long run.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people on my shift that work out. They'll work out in groups, and the other two people will like be lifting heavy weights, and then the third person is gonna try to put up the same weight they do, just because like they don't want to look like they're like a bitch. They don't want to look like a pussy. They don't want to look like the weak one. They want to like match them, and they want to look cool. I think if you're working out to be cool, like, why? Like,
SpongeBob and his bitch, but you're stuffed animals to them.
Like, I mean, fitness is fun, but it's not a popularity contest. You're not there to impress other people. I'm not there to fucking go there and like, curl some dumbbells just so people could look at me. I'm there to work on myself, not to work on other people.
I mean, the way I look at it is like we're all here, to work on ourselves. Like, we all have the same goal. It's just to be stronger, to look better, to feel better. Fuck what you think about if I, what I look like right now.
Yeah.
Because eventually, if I keep coming here, if I keep doing what I'm doing here, I'm gonna get to that position where you can't say that anymore. So just, you learn how not to give a fuck about what people think. That's also like, you just
I mean, the
try.
way you can think about it is, at least you're there, right?
Yeah.
Step one, get there.
And I think that's what people like. Some people not even try because of what other people think.
Yeah.
It's like, man, fuck it. Just like do it
I
and
know.
enjoy it. Experience it, and then you keep doing it. All these failed attempts is gonna get you somewhere, because not how not to fail. You know what ways gets you some failure. Because I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta know how to fail to succeed.
Yeah, definitely. I was one of those people who didn't go to the gym because there were other people there and I didn't want them looking at me. I felt awkward when people were looking at me. I'm just like, I'm not going to go to the gym. I want to, but I'm not. There are too many people there. I don't want anybody looking at me. And then it went again, into any part of my existence in a substantial manner. So I really don't give a fuck. I'm just going to go in here and do what I need to do.
Yeah. And I think, like, for me, I didn't want to go because it was like, I didn't want anyone to look at me because I was like, man, like, all these people are, like, putting in weight and, like, I'm over here putting up small weight. But then I realized, like, those people have been training for a long time. They didn't just wake up one day and decide to go to the gym.
Yeah.
And they were already born, like, jacked and, like, they just woke up one day and then went to the gym and started benching like 300 pounds, out of nowhere.
Unless
they had to work.
Unless you're CT.
Unless you're The Rock.
Yeah, unless you're CT Fletcher. Like, that guy is just fucking...
CT Fletcher. But I was gonna say, like, you just think about it, it's like, these people were once like you. Like, these guys that's jacked up, they're like you. They were like you. At one point. They were skinny, they were fat, they were that type of person before.
I just feel, for me, it was, I just hated being there because I didn't want anyone to look at me because I'm like, people are going to judge me, people are going to look at me, and now it's like, I've gotten to a point where I don't care anymore because it's like, as long as I'm doing my thing, and I'm proud of what I'm doing, or if I'm with my friends and I'm doing stuff with my friends. When I'm with my friends, there is no outside world. That's my inner circle. Like, that's who I'm with, and that's who is in my vision. Anyone else, like, I could be loud as fuck, and I don't care because I'm with my friends. I'm not going to be obnoxious, but I'm going to be having fun with my friends, not caring what people think. But being, like, working out and stuff, I didn't want to be looked at because I felt like everyone was looking at me with judging eyes. And now it's like I've gotten to a point where it's like I don't care anymore. And then when I do get looked at, I will say I do get a few looks from the females, some females. Because, like, for me, like, I think the biggest change in my body has been, like, my waist and down. Like, my legs are, like, pretty massive now. And, like, I have, like, I guess you could say I have, like, a booty now. Like, I have a donk. And I'm at the gym.
Okay.
And I'm like, and I'm doing, like, I do a lot of leg workouts and, like, squats and all that. And I do, the shorts I use, I can tell you right now, they're pretty short. Yeah, I'm like the short, I have them on right now, actually. So I don't know.
Is he really going to show this to us?
I can't, I'm going to stand on my chair.
Easy now, bro. Easy now, okay? Easy now, fella.
These are my shorts.
Oh,
So
damn.
Wait, go higher. Go higher.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
No. Bring your short. Wait, no. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
That's some Vegeta. That's some Vegeta type legs right there.
But yeah, like, I mean, like, I like it. I like that. Like, I'll get looked at sometimes like that, and I'll notice. Like, like, I know them. Like, I can feel it, And I'm like, okay. I don't acknowledge it, but like, you know.
The most awkward thing in the gym ever is when a dude will come up to you and start talking to you about the most randomest shit because they just want to say something to you.
All right.
It wasn't this hat, it was the Kansas City's hat. Kansas City. Dude comes up to me and he goes, "Oh, I like your hat. KC, are those your initials?" Like, what? What?
What? How do you?
No.
How did you
No.
know?
Bish, what?
But all
That's
right,
what
all right, Gwen. How do girls feel about guys like going up to them at the gym?
I don't want anybody coming up to the gym, whether it's a girl or a guy.
Is there a proper way to approach someone at the gym? Like, let's say,
When she's not partaking in her sets.
okay,
Like, if she's taking a and she's not currently having weights in her hand or getting ready to start her workout, like, leave her the fuck alone. Unless she's got, like, don't.
I didn't hear that last
Wait,
part.
unless she's got what?
I didn't hear the last part.
I said, unless she's got. I've seen some girls go to the gym and they have like glittery like stripper scented lotion
Oh yeah.
with extremely like shorts, and then like a regular sparkly bra underneath their shirt. I'm
I've
just
Wait,
like,
when were you with me at the gym?
I've seen girls that's all made up and their hair is like all dead. I'm like, you're at the gym.
well, the thing is about that is I go right after work. I don't wash my face. You know, I go straight from work to the gym. I change when I get to the gym, and anything on my face. So if I have like bright red lipstick on, I don't take that shit off because it would doing my 15-minute warm up. Now, some girls, they go in there purposely with the makeup and
I'm
the
talking
skimpy
about those
outfit.
girls, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you could tell. I mean, like you can tell if someone's like just went from came from work, just didn't give a fuck about taking it off. Or there's some girls who literally keep fixing themselves. Like they look at the mirror, take selfies, and still keep fixing their hair and all that stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, I look in the mirror all the time when I'm at the gym because I'm just like, gains!
Oh, yeah.
I walk by the mirror purposely
On purpose.
because like
You check
I do
yourself
it
out.
because I kind of do it like I act like I'm like I'm trying to go around people, but like I'll go around the way next to the mirror instead of going the opposite way, and I'll just be like breathing hard, like, oh, I just got a hard workout, and then like they don't mind me, and then as they're working out and I'm like breathing hard, I kind of just do this. I kind of go like, kind of just take a peek at the mirror a little bit. And I'm like, all right.
He stares at his booty.
Yeah, I look at the booty.
I don't look at the mirrors when I'm at the gym.
Booty games.
I look at the mirror sometimes to kind of like motivate myself. It's like, hey,
Well,
we're gonna get
like,
there.
I try to get the mirrors because I'm usually working out by myself, and like Tton said, I don't want to do a workout unless I'm doing it right.
Yeah.
And how the hell am I not doing it right if I'm not looking in the mirror?
Oh yeah.
Kind of thing.
When you're doing squats, you kind of want to like, you kind of want to look at the mirror and be like, yeah, you're doing proper form.
Yeah.
Natural means there's no mirror, so.
Yeah, like I like looking in the mirror sometimes too, because like when I'm doing like there's one workout where I do it's like I think it's called like Rocky press, where you take the bar and you push up in front and then you bring it down, up, and then behind your head. Is that what it's called? But,
Yeah, I think reps.
yeah, so I'll do that and like behind the head, up, in front, up.
That's
And I'll do that.
press.
Rocky Fest or Bradford Press or some shit like that. But I'll do that, and if I wasn't looking in the mirror, I'll notice that I'll arch my back a lot, and I'm like, that's not good for me if I'm doing that. Like I don't want to arch my back because then I'm gonna like fuck my back up. So I'll look in the mirror and I'll look at myself and I try to straighten myself out and try to use more of what the workout was meant for my shoulders. You know, I don't like, if I see I'm arching too much, I'm like, all right, I need to dial it back a little bit. Or if I can't put up that weight, I'll drop the weight. Like if I can't put up that weight, I'm not gonna keep trying. You know, you're gonna go down. You want to worry about form than actual weight. You know, because you can still get a good workout as long as you have good form. Even if you're not putting up like 200 pounds, I could be doing like 185, but if I have good form, you know.
Yeah, and like working out is kind of like a mind-body connection kind of process. Because if you're not thinking about wanting to work out, so like when I do Arnold presses, I do them in the mirror because I can do them for days, but at a certain point, my elbows will start to drop, and once my elbows start to drop, I'm not working my shoulders anymore.
Yeah.
I can't look at the mirror. I'm too negative about myself.
I think some people will always look at themselves in the mirror and be like, man, like what, you know, where's my progress at? But I think just give it time, keep working at it, and explore. Like, don't do
drugs.
Things. Don't do drugs, obviously, but don't just do things that you know. Try something new. Like if you know how to do regular bench press, that's cool and all. You know, I'm not saying don't do it, but switch it up. Like there's sometimes some days I'll do reverse grip bench, which is kind of weird. Like it's kind of awkward, but instead of pushing this way, you're pushing like this. So you're doing this, and that's different from me. Or like instead of doing you know, incline bench, I'll do incline flies, you know, like something that'll be different because you want to challenge yourself. You want to try something new, something that'll throw your body off. It's like, oh man, I'm not used to this. But, you know, if you keep working at it, you'll eventually see results. I think the thing is, give it time. Keep working at it. Keep working hard. Give it time.
Yeah, and one of the reasons why I think that I utilize the mirror so often is because 2 months from now, I didn't look in the mirror, you know, either at the beginning of my workout, at that kind of started now. Kind of thing, like certain area, you know, I'm focused on that one area and I'll notice small changes, but I won't notice those small changes unless I look at them.
Yeah.
Track them or I measure them.
And for me, I like to keep challenging myself because I feel like if you keep doing the same things over and over and over and over again, you're eventually going to hit a plateau and you're just going to you're going to hit a certain weight and you're going to feel complacent. You're going to feel comfortable with it. And you're just going to be like, oh, you know, I can bench 150. I've always been able to bench 150, so I'll just bench 150. You know, I won't go up. I know how to do this. This feels good. But that's why, for me, I feel like I've plateaued a lot on some of my workouts. But, I mean, I work out alone now. I used to work out with someone else. So I don't have someone to spot me. I don't have anyone to critique me or anything like that. I kind of have to do everything on the fly. And I kind of have to just go with it. And then if I can't deadlift something, I'll work towards exercises that'll help me get those numbers up. Or if I can't squat a certain number anymore and I'm stopped there, I'll do stuff to help me get up, you know. But
yeah,
I like how this whole thing turned into like fitness.
Right.
No, I think
I don't even know where it started.
We can wrap it all up because I mean, like, you know, earlier we were talking about social media, and usually that plays a big part. Is like with your fitness and all that stuff. It's like all your motivation comes from social media. It's like how do you
And sometimes,
and you go
and sometimes,
you go into the gym like you look at when people look at you and it's like you're getting judged. You're like I'm not as good looking as these guys on Instagram and all that stuff. That's what you automatically think. It's like that's how you're supposed to look. It's like
yeah. I also think that people, it's good to have role models, like fitness role models and stuff, and like, you know, I follow a couple people and keep up with a couple people that are like into fitness. I will say most of them are female, but yeah,
squats.
two of them being do you know Paige Hathaway?
Yeah.
But it's kind of
Paige Hathaway
awkward as a dude to follow
and
dudes
Michelle.
that are half naked, right?
Well, some
I'm
people
not the
like
only one.
there's one Instagram I follow. It's called like the Muscle Professor or something like that. They're kind of in, I guess they kind of collaborate with like bodybuilding.com, and they provide stuff a lot that'll break down the science of things and how to. They'll really nitpick and they'll go into an exercise and they'll talk about this, or they'll say like, hey, if you want to try a pre-workout, you should try this pre-workout because it stimulates this and it does this and it's a lot less sugar and and they'll really break it down. So
well, that's more informational, like what I'm saying, like, but you don't want to follow just random dudes that post their gains and just post their gains and all that stuff.
And not follow CT Fletcher.
I'd feel discouraged.
Yeah, I'm already not a positive person.
I feel well. The way that he goes about training is exactly what we've been talking about, going into the gym and just not giving a fuck what anybody else thinks. You know what? Yeah, he's gonna train you. You're not gonna fucking stop that set because you're not a little pussy. You're gonna keep going. You can do it. You know why you can do it? Because you're just gonna do it.
I think the way you should look at it is like,
reasons why.
You're gonna get there one day.
Yeah.
I mean, Tton took. How long did it take you to get there? Like a couple months. When you. Because I know when you started working out, it's like it took you a couple months before you posted a picture of yourself.
What you see is I take a flight, and it's usually like 8 or 9 hour flight, and I get
there.
And then I have a layover, and I'm usually there for a few hours.
So you lay over at Oregon?
But you're saying how long did it take me to get to where I'm at right now?
Yeah.
Well, I got started working out seriously and really started doing stuff out of my comfort zone, I would say 2014, summer of 2014. Like that's when I really started doing stuff I was never used to. That's when I really started. I started doing every week. I was always doing deadlifts, squats, and front squats, and like those are my big leg workouts. I didn't like using machines at all. I just strictly went straight bar. Like I was like, I'm gonna fucking work on my front, back. Gonna work on my deadlifts. I did a lot of full body workouts.
But how long?
Like nowadays.
How long was it till you like you're proud, like super proud of like your accomplishment, like like that first moment that you felt like, oh, I made it, like I did it.
I think for me, it was So we went on this 2-month exercise with my ship. We went to Hawaii, and it was the exercise is called rim pack.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rim of the Pacific exercise. So basically, what we did was we went to Hawaii, and ships from other navies from around the world met up in Hawaii too. So ships from Colombia, Norway, Australia, New Zealand, China, South Korea, just a bunch of countries. All their navies met up in Hawaii, and we basically met up. They had their planning, and then we all went out to sea and did exercises. So they do like these war games. They called it war games. So they'd be out there and they kind of like, in a sense, like Battleship, but simulated. And I just test. That's besides the point. But around that time, we had me and my, we had a bet. We made a bet called 6-pack rim pack. And what our bet was, everyone had to get a 6-pack before we got to Hawaii. So we were working out like a month or two in advance before we left. It took us about 2 weeks to get to Hawaii. And then by the time we get to Hawaii, whoever didn't have a 6-pack or had the best 6-pack, or whoever had the worst 6-pack or didn't have a 6-pack, we had to go to a club and they had to dance with the fattest, ugliest chick there. Yeah. Like the ugliest.
Did you lose?
Oh man, I was like one of the top guys.
So you had a 6-pack.
Yeah, I had a 6-pack.
You had a sexy 6-pack.
I had a 6-pack, and like I was very my calisthenics were like up there, like like I could do a lot of body weight stuff, and it was really like it didn't really faze me. So like me and my friend had like a push-up contest, and one of the other guys would like call it like that. He would be like, "All right, down, up, down."
That's one of those.
So
that's what I'm working on right now. Is I'm focused more on calisthenics, because I feel like I should be able to like lift myself up, like do certain things with just your body.
I think when you're able
TRX,
to lift,
thebomb.com, let me tell you.
I think when you're able to lift double your body weight, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I initially started going to the gym, like I didn't do machines or weights. I started on TRX. I started on the balls and the mats, just to start doing those, weight training and to get proportion transition. And then I went to free and machines, and then eventually snatches and box jumps and all that fun stuff. But like, I think that starting with those body weight exercises, it definitely helped a lot.
Yeah, I start with the balls too. Always start with the balls.
Yeah. Left one or the right?
You always want to start with the balls before you go for a... Yeah.
I like how you don't hear anything from AJ for a couple minutes. That's the first thing that we hear.
Yo, hey, our podcast right now is actually about like over an hour now. We're over an hour.
Holy crap!
Like
What's
probably
that?
like an hour and 20 minutes or something.
I think we should end it soon because I still got to shower.
Yeah, it's 12 o'clock.
Just-
So
Hey.
let's wrap it up. Like, how do we wrap this up?
Well, the way that because I only watch SourceFed podcasts, the thing that they do to wrap up their videos is they each go and talk about projects or things that they're working on and stuff to look out for, and then they plug their social media. So they plug their YouTube, their Instagram, their Twitter.
I mean,
So like basically, I would be like, "Hey, look out, guys! I'm working on some fitness videos, and I'm trying to get some videos up. Trying to, you know, so
He's
anyone
working
that's interested.
fast.
Yeah, I'm working on booty working out videos,
Yeah.
twerking tutorials. So look out for that. You can find me at
What's your YouTube channel? What's your YouTube channel?
youtube.com/Tton. That's TTON. You can find me on Instagram. It's Instagram.com/Tristan Suarez, all one word. Find me on Twitter. That's twitter.com/T_TON. You can find me on Tumblr. Tumblr.com
Hold on, wait,
slash
Tumblr.
through my eyes through my eyes. You can find me on
In the club.
Zynga. You can find me
in the
on
club.
Asian Avenue.
You can find me on the corner though.
You can find me
Christian Mingle.
you can find me with Waldo.
Where's
You
Waldo?
can find me on blackpeoplemeet.com.
You can find me on farmersonly.com.
You can find me in the club.
You can find me in the trap.
You can find me on Bridal Creek.
Are you guys?
You can find me BC Cheddar Boys.
All right, since this is like our preemptive, I think this is our pre-episodic.
Recon.
Yeah, pre-com.
Pre-com.
Are you guys? I mean, are you guys gonna do your own podcast?
Recon podcast.
A pre-com podcast. A pre-com podcast. That's nasty, dude.
See you later, guys. See you later.
Oh, I got trapped. Oh, God. Fuck. Oh, shit.
Yo, we're gonna see someone die in our own podcast. We're gonna see someone die in our podcast. Our first podcast.
Breathe, bro.
Imagining.
Oh, did you guys watch that video I sent you guys where the Japanese dude burned his house down?
No.
Oh.
Alright, this dude was like doing a podcast, like a video cast, and he lit something up, and he tried to like throw it in the trash can, and then it just went on. He tried to put it out, but it was too late. His whole house, his whole apartment burned down.
I'm watching that right now.
Live on podcast. Like,
What's he trying to? He's trying to use a box to put it out.
yeah.
Lit.
Oh shit!
Like, yo, it was like the whole house engulfed. Like, it was too late. He just.
Did he say he's?
It was crazy.
Oh, my God. What the fuck? Holy shit.
Right?
Why the fuck?
What is that voice?
I think it's the game he was playing. I think he was doing a podcast with he was playing a game and he turned it off, and I was like,
To answer,
This motherfucker dropped the shit on fire.
but anyways,
Why the fuck
I
would
mean,
you-
I know we're doing our own, like, this podcast. Are you guys gonna be doing your own podcast? Are you planning on doing your own podcast?
You know what? That's
Well, I was
funny.
gaming, live streaming my game.
Are you gonna be on Twitch?
Play
Are you on Twitch?
Probably, most likely, Twitch and YouTube.
Twitch
Not
on
YouTube, but
YouTube for Jews.
for Jews.
For Jews.
This?
For Jews, cause Jew a liar.
Liar.
You're a liar. This nigga froze.
I can't even, cause I'm holding my phone. I wish I could like put my finger up your nose from my camera.
I really gotta pee.
There's a mouth.
You remember TalkBox? You were able to do that?
Yeah.
Kind of like poke
Yep.
each other.
Pause it. Oh yeah. No, but me and my friend, me and my roommate, we were
What?
the reason why it got me to thinking about what we were trying to do, Mark, was that me and him always have the most random conversations, and it eventually turns into like long conversations about random shit, or like, and then it turns into like a deep conversation. And then we're like, as soon as we're done with the conversation, we're like, dude, why don't we
Should have
do a
recorded it.
podcast? We should fucking record this, because we're gonna set up mic stands, or a little clip-on mic stands, and then both by mics, and we're gonna have a on our dining table, looks like a decent spot, and we're gonna have two of the guys that we used to work with. They're like pretty interesting guys, and we're gonna have just the most random hour-long or however long podcast.
So kind of like this. Like we just
because me and him both listen to podcasts. Like he listens to a lot of Joe Rogan podcasts and like comedians and all that sort of stuff. So yeah,
is it gonna be as random as me and what's that one dude that we used to hang out with?
Who?
Oh fuck,
Chris Martinez.
No. He was like what is the fuck is this dude's name?
Who?
He was like a big light-skinned dude. He drove a big ass truck.
Patrick?
Patrick, me?
Yeah.
My cousin Patrick?
Yeah, I remember we used to have like random... We had a random off one day. And we were just saying random shit to each other.
Should do a podcast with him. So everyone eventually is gonna do their own thing, like their own podcast.
We should do a podcast where all we do is talk shit.
Right now, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to set everything up. And basically lay out a schedule, because, as schoolwork, Angel, the gym.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to set time, record and then cut and edit and find out times to do live streams.
I think you just gotta keep doing it. Like it'll eventually catch on when you kind of get the groove,
Yeah.
You don't want to look at it as like a daunting task, because like if you look at it now, it's like, hey, I can't fit it with my schedule. It looks daunting, and you're not gonna end up doing it. So I mean, like this is a good thing that we're just starting. Like we just randomly did it, and we already have an episode. No one might not, we might never release this, or no one will ever see this, or I don't know. But we still did an episode, and we feel good about it. I feel good about it.
I feel good. I ain't got nothing going on, so whatever.
So I think we had a good conversation about stuff. We just gotta fix our equipment and make sure everything's like running smoothly.
Yeah, I'll get a mic. I'm gonna get a mic this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I got a all day.
Yeah,
what should I get though?
Huh? A mic?
What should I get?
Dude,
I mean, like what kind?
how do I sound like? How do I sound right now?
You sound like a man. You look like a man.
You look like a man.
I like a man. I bought this mic for about $40, but I needed this. I needed one of these, like the sound thing.
Oh yeah. The I forgot what it's called.
The sound.
Interface.
I'm just fine the audio.
Yeah,
I got a blue.
but I have one of those. I mean, you guys. I think the Yetis are like $50 now. So.
Yeah, that's what I got today. Well, the Yeti is $150. I got this one today. This is the one that's $50.
I like that kind of mic that you have. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's sweet.
$50, dude.
So you don't have to install it or anything.
I think it's a USB, right?
You can plug it into your. So you can plug it into your laptop. If you have the adapter, you can even plug it into like your iPad or your iPhone.
Cool. Yeah.
Where'd you get it from?
This way.
I think Guitar Center should have them. You can always price match them.
Yeah.
But I think I just need to get a webcam, because this webcam sucks.
See, like I like the mics that like this is the most recent SourceFed podcast that I watch. I like that mic setup that they have. Those small filter.
Yeah. One of these,
Huh?
kind of like what I have right now.
Yeah, but
Dude, I think
the smaller
th-
pop filter,
this whole setup would probably
like
be
the one that wraps around.
oh, it's one of those.
Phone.
It's like closed.
Yeah. I see it.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get there. We just gotta get whatever equipment we have now. Let's just use it. But eventually, we'll get there when we get a hang of it, and then more followers. Maybe we get sponsorships next time.
Cool. So we doing this?
Yeah.
I feel good. I feel good. I feel good about it.
Real quick, was anybody else going out? Like, there were parts where I couldn't understand what was going on because, like, it would be going in and out of audio.
I think it's a connection. Yeah, we just gotta make sure our connection is stable.
Yeah, because I was like, I had nothing to say because I didn't know what was going on. I could hear like bits and pieces, like
it wasn't
it's just
fully articulate. Like,
yeah.
I mean, at least we know
that's the thing.
At least we know
the program I was talking about on Counter-Strike that I use.
Yeah.
Ventrilo.
Does it do a video cam?
No, it's for audio. I don't know if it's for video, but it has audio, so like you can.
Okay, so it's just audio. I mean, I can get the audio from this. It's just the video. At least we have video recording too.
But for me, it's like if in case any of us cuts out or anything like that, like we can have consistent voice.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, we already have one video up on YouTube. The pre-Genesis video is on YouTube. It's nonsense. Like, there's literally some parts where me and Asian were not talking and you were outside. I just tested it.
Wait, send me that.
It's on the Few Podcast chat group. But I'm gonna compile this overnight and put it up.
Wait, where is it at?
It's on the chat group on Facebook.
I'm better watch it right now.
Oh shit!
Or pre-Genesis.
Pre-Genesis.
Damn it!
Whoa! What the heck?
Right?
Oh, that's how you have it set up?
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's gonna be like that. It's just like we need better cameras.
Is my shit laggy like that? I didn't know that.
I think it's my connection. It's my connection because I'm not using my desktop, so my desktop is wired, so it'll be faster. But my MacBook is
like how it starts off with us just flexing.
But you get it, right? I mean, we're almost there. We're close. We can definitely do some co-optional type podcasts.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there. We just gotta do maybe 10 more.
Yeah.
But we already got the conversations going. We're able to do like an hour podcast, but we're still stay in the same topic, like an evolving topic. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy the first what is this beta. The beta episode of From East to West. The pre-com of From East to West.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy my mic this weekend. I get duty tomorrow, and then as soon as I get off,
You've been saying that for the last
Saturday,
2 months.
Oh, okay. As soon as I get off Saturday morning, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna come back here, change,
buy your mic.
I'm gonna go to Guitar Center.
Buy your
I'm gonna go clean my car.
I'm gonna pay off my bills and then I'll get a microphone.
Just
look at you.
There you go. Yeah, just get the blue. I mean, your camera's not that bad, Neil. We can use your video still.
Yeah.
I wish I could use my DSLR
I'm gonna get my
as my camera.
You probably can, but you don't want to do it for like an hour.
No.
Yeah,
How about my GoPro?
See, I was looking into that too, but I don't know. I don't want to keep it for an hour, like on for an hour. It's not made for it, I think.
Yeah.
But I'll look into that too. But yeah. So how do I
So
end
here,
this?
are we doing another outro?
Yeah, let's do an actual outro.
Outro part 2.
All right, we'll start off with AJ.
We should have like a
Where can people follow you,
send
AJ?
off. Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at arikilan and blackpeoplemeet.com.
And World Star Hip Hop.
Oh yeah, don't forget WorldStar. Yep.
WorldStarHipHop.com/AJ
The only way you're gonna find.
Ricalan.
You know what I'm saying?
What about you, Gwen? Where can guys stalk you?
You can on Twitter at Obi-Wan Gwenobi. You can follow me on Instagram at Obi-Wan Gwenobi. And you can follow me on Twitch at Gwenning127.
What about you, Tton? Where can we see you? Where can we see your gains?
And in your dreams.
You can find me in your dreams. You can find me at your mama's house. Because I'm your new dad.
But you're younger than me.
No, you can find me. I'm older than you.
No, I'm saying, like, what if your mom?
It's going down.
But yeah, you can find me at Instagram at Tristan Suarez, all one word. You find me on YouTube. I don't really post anything on YouTube, really. I want to start again.
We will.
Yeah, youtube.com/TTON, Tton. Twitter, you can find me at Twitter at T_TON. And Tumblr.
Your Tumblr.
Tumblr.
Your
Through my
Zanga.
eyes. That's a through my eyes. I want to start posting on there regularly again. But yeah. And I think that's it. How about you, Mark?
Mine is all Mark Garcia, Mxrk, Garcia. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Asian Meetup. I don't know. I probably registered my name all over the internet. And I'm not the only one actually registering my name. Sometimes Tton registers me too. On my free cams. If you see me on my free cams, that's not me. That was Tton.
No, that's Mark. He has a My Free Cams account.
I have a private one, but if you see a Mark Garcia on my free camps, that's actually by Tton.
Oh yeah, don't forget to follow me on Tumblr, SlayJWay.
Alright. And that's it, folks. Till next time. Alright, let's do a send off quote. What is our quote?
Yeah, come up with
Peace out.
Each person come up with the most deep and thoughtful quote.
The deepest quote.
Like, it can make no sense at all. Just make it sound deep.
The deepest, it doesn't have to be like in the literal sense, the hypothetical sense, or like, mental sense.
You could be like.
I think I have one. I have one.
Hold on, here we go. Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
The ocean. Now that's deep.
Yeah, that is very deep. That's deeper than space. I don't know. So far. What about you, AJ?
Yeah.
But,
Make a thought-provoking quote.
You want to send it off with a DMX quote?
Where my dog's at.
What about you, Gwen?
Anybody else?
Deeper.
Deeper.
I have nothing but everything.
I guess mine would be.
Makes you think.
Oh, that's trying to come up with something, but I mean, hey, I'll use that.
Throw me a snap. I can't snap. Don't. You won't for me. Hit me. Hit me with a snap. Because I can't snap for that.
Like, you clap, clap. Dark side, dark side, dark side.
Ready?
All
How about
right.
you, Mark?
Huh?
How about you, Mark? What's your thought for book?
My thought. My quote would be, I don't know.
There it is. All right.
My quote would be, when you say my name, you gotta put some respect on it. All right, that's it, folks. Peace.
Squad. It's lit.
Enjoy our pre-con.
All right.